on the outside. That's a work of art. I never hide. I can't. I'm too shiny. Really rough. Strut my stuff and make it look shiny. Enough. Just too tough. My man. Yeah. Alright, let me make sure I got that together. There we go. Try. But away from the world who abandoned you, tracing the love of the humans. You made you feel wanted. You tried to be tough, but your armor's just not strong enough. My way, now it's time to kick your hiney. You seen someone so shiny. Hey, c'est la vie, mon ami. I'm too shiny. Yeah. When it's shiny, it was so shiny. Had to hit y'all with that Tamatoa on today with that shiny. Alright, there we go. I think we got it together. Let me make sure I'm streaming over here on Facebook. Man, I did 2 streams on Facebook tonight. Y'all getting it over here on Facebook. Click on that link over there and come subscribe to the channel. Let me wait. I don't even think it's. Oh yeah, it is. It's streaming. Alright, cool. Here we go. What's good, good people? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I am back with yet another stream. Y'all getting the 2 for 1 on tonight. I can sing. Now. Chit chat. I'm telling you, I can sing. Hey, I get thank you for the compliment, but I can too sing. Now, you go back and look at some of my other streams. See, you look new in the chat. You can go back and look. Now, I was just fooling around. They'll tell you now, I got the pipes now. I'm telling you that now. Don't get it twisted. I was just having fun with my boy Tamatoa from Moana. So I'm telling you though, you go back and look at them other chats, and you can see that I got the melodies from heaven raining down on me. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. But let's keep it moving. Let's get into this. So this here, when I saw this video, it literally was my boiling point to where the pot boiled over. And it's like, I've seen so many of these different videos, and I've seen so many people doing all of this stuff to their bodies, and I'm like, I'm just tired. I'm tired, sick and tired. I'm tired and sick of what's going on. And it's like the things that people are doing to themselves, it's just tragic. It's like, man, I just, somebody got to say something, and I'm gonna say something. Soto Nation, we saying something, and we just got to keep saying it. Shout out to my man Tommy Sotomayor, wherever you at on tonight, brother. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having yourself a lovely Sunday evening, and you're doing your thing. You're in drove cross country, and you know what? Let me stop. I'm gonna stop and say something right now. So, everybody that's out here in YouTube land, far and wide, the people that have problems with Tommy Sotomayor, for whatever reason, half of them are just fucking dumbfounded. But let me tell you, when you see a man do the things that he does and he says the thing that he says, is one thing. But when you see him live and practice what he's preaching, it's something else. And it's an honor to see a brother do what he's doing. I mean, my man moved across country for his daughter, and that is admirable. Hey, he always talk about he ain't the best daddy in the world, but god damn it, brother, you ain't the worst neither. And I just want to commend you, salute to you, tip my hat to you, man, for just being the best example that you can be for other men out here, man, because a lot of people wouldn't have done what you did, and the fact that you did it, I'm really, really proud of you, brother, and it is an honor to know you and to see what you're doing. and to see you practicing what you preach, dude. So my hat's off to you, and man, Godspeed, and I hope everything is everything and works out for you. And I love you, brother. But I just wanted to stop and give you a shout out for that, man, because I'm really proud to see what you did for you being the man that you are and doing what you did for your baby girl, man. That's awesome. Moving right along, let's get into this shit with these injections, the butt injections, and all of this stuff. And I'm going to tell you this. Some of y'all may not like what I'm about to say, and some of y'all might have to just take it on the chin, because I'm going to swing on both sides of the mat on this one, or both sides of the ring. I gotta say what the truth is, and there is a part of this that I believe is being perpetuated, I would say, by us men, because a lot of men will have problems with the shit that we're about to see, but a lot of us won't, and there's a huge problem with that. And just like how, you know, we talk about women wearing weave and all those type of things, there are a lot of us that, because we are so short-sighted, narrow-minded, and just calling it what it is, there's just an oversexed mentality that we have as black men and women that perpetuates this type of dynamic that we have in our community. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm calling it out, and I'm going to first and foremost point the finger at both parties, because we keep playing to this shit and we keep settling for what we're just being handed. Somebody takes a pile of shit and put it on a garbage can lid and say, here, eat this shit sandwich, and we just say, okay, we'll eat it because all we got left is shit. If there's just shit all around, I'm just going to have to eat shit. As opposed to saying, damn, what you trying to serve me, I'm going to go find me something that's better for me. I'm going to find me something that's going to nourish me better, as opposed to just taking what I'm being handed. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm seeing, and I want to point out. And then we can look into the whole fact of just what this is doing to us and why we're still choosing to do it. So let's get this business out the way first. Let y'all hear my mistress, my side chick.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Now, let's get into it. This woman that you see right here, her name is Courtney Barnes. And Courtney Barnes has had massive butt injections. And my problem with butt injections is two things. Number one, there's no point in getting it. You don't need it. I don't give a damn what you say, why you get it. I want to feel better about myself. If you feel as though you need to accentuate a part of your body to feel better about yourself, and that part of you doing that is damaging to your health, shortening your life, causing major health problems to where you will die from it, and then you will suffer with extreme amount of pains because you're having it, there's no justification for you to get it. I don't care. People talk about, I mean, you look at women who get breast implants and all that kind of stuff. Hey, if you get it and it's safe, that's one thing. But when you get to the point where you're damaging your body, you're damaging your health, and you're shortening your life, and you're living in pain, I mean agonizing pain, and your body is becoming deformed, disfigured, and you're still okay with doing that, there's a huge problem with that. That's not and to me, I think it is even a touch of mental illness to where you do something like that to yourself. That's just me. And no, I'm not a doctor. I don't have no medical degree, but it seems like to me there's a part of you that has to be mentally disturbed to where you do something like that knowing what the ramifications are. So let's go ahead, let's get this thing started, and then we'll see, you know, the different parts of this I'll stop and break down. So I think her biggest problem with this, and just me starting this, she's done what a lot of women do. and I'm gonna say this and just call it what it is. Our women, and a lot of women in general, but I can definitely speak to our women doing this. We have this thing to where we want to do any and everything it takes to get attention and to get the attention that we want, whether it's bad or good attention. And we will sacrifice our morals, we will sacrifice our health, we will sacrifice any and everything, our children, to get it. And then once the shit starts to wear off, once the fanfare is dying down, once your health is declining, then now we want to stop and we want to live a normal life. We want to be looked at as a normal person, and we want to just be accepted, and we want to be acknowledged and appreciated for just being a human being. And you can't live an abnormal life. You can't go out and say, I'm gonna go and do all of this wild shit, and then once life catches up with my ass, once my titties begin to sag and my ass don't look the way it used to look, once I'm starting to get old as shit and my body is run down, now I want to be a good person. It's just like the hoe who lives a whore's life until they become an old hoe. Then they want to go into church and become the evangelist and the deaconess of the church, or a first lady, and live the rest of their lives out saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. That's just our dynamic. We have this thing where we want to live ratchet, wild, and fuck off all of our good years, and then we want somebody and we want people around us to take ourselves as we are, damaged, broken, fucked up, used up, destroyed, decimated, and just woe the fuck out. We want somebody to take that and love it like it's the best thing ever, and like they are just the best person they could ever possibly hope for, because now they want to be a real person. And I'm sorry, but you don't get to do that. You don't get to live life like that. You don't get to be the biggest, dirtiest, nastiest, raunchiest motherfucker on the planet, and then when your ass get old and you don't have nothing left to give, now you want to become a pristine person that is loved for, cared for, and taken care of because you deserve it, because you just want to be a person too. That mentality and that is just an asshole personality of not being responsible or held accountable for your actions. And I just want to do whatever the fuck I want, and then when I get old, I just want somebody to love me and take care of me until I die. That shit does not add up. It is not logical. You have to be a twisted type of individual to expect somebody to do that or to want that. And that's what I'm getting here. She's gone out and she's done this shit since she was 22 years old. And now that she's getting old and sick, now she wants to be a real person. And that's bullshit. And that's why I'm calling it out.
At one point, I wanted a bigger butt at any cost. But now I realize, it could cost me my life.
Do you see the deformity of her body and what she's doing to herself? That in itself is terrible, that you would do something like that. You got look at how her butt is just deformed to the point to where it doesn't even look like it is safe to just have in your body. That don't even look healthy. It's terrible. And the fact that she would do this to herself, and there are so many young women that are doing this to themselves, and they think that this shit is okay. She's filled her body up with literally a poisonous substance. Thank you, classy young man. She's taken poison and injected it into her ass to the point to where it is uncomfortable, it hurts, it's literally destroying her body. And she's gotten her ass tatted up so that she could get all these likes and shit on fucking Instagram and Facebook and all that shit, to the point to where she's about to get sick and it hurts and it bothers her to the point to where now she wants to get it taken out and be a real person. Pinocchio don't get to have it both fucking ways. You don't get to be Pinocchio and then say, okay, now I want to stop being Pinocchio and be a real boy. No, you don't get to do that.
Life.
Now you see her right here, and you see she's not a bad looking girl. She looks decent, so she didn't even, And it's like now she goes and she does all of this shit to exaggerate her body so that she can get attention. And it's like, as a woman, and let me say this, I've said this quite a few times, but let me say this again. As a woman, and women hear me, one of the best things you can do for yourself is to keep yourself in a position, or put yourself in a position, or set yourself up to where you are more than what your body says you are. The attention you get for your ass and your titties, your hips, your hair, your face, all that stuff, it is all short-lived. It is only a fraction, a small fraction of your life. And you get to the point to where when you take that and you use it and you waste it on just getting attention, you waste it on different niggas that ain't shit, that ain't worthy to be even able to appreciate you as a person. Why would you want to be with somebody who literally just wants to be with you because of the way you look? Why would you do that to yourself and deform yourself and then say, okay, I'm going to do this, but then I'm going to let it get to the point to where it's out of control and now I just want to go back. You can't turn back the hands of time. It's like you said, what? I'm one of those guys that talk bad, but I prefer black women. They just make it easy to start to and eventually appreciate the regularity that other groups seem to be comfortable with. I don't know what the fuck that meant, Richard. But my thing is this: you have to say at what point do you really want to be known for having a big ass? Do you really want to be known for having really big breasts? Do you really want to be known for just saying, I have these exaggerated assets and this is what I am. This is what I want to be known for. This is what I want attention for. I want people to notice me because I have a ridiculously deformed or over exaggerated buttocks. Why would you want that? Why wouldn't you want to strive to be more than that? And then for people to say, well, you can have that and look good, but you can still be smart too. Well, if you're smart, you should be smart enough to know that I don't want this short-lived attention. I want to be able to be so good at what it is that I am as a person and what I do as a profession and what I have to bring to the table to where my body is not first. Yes, men see it first, but you should be that person that it's just like when we take for example Oprah Winfrey. When people talk about Oprah, don't nobody say nothing about Oprah got ass though. Boy, you see that ass? Ooh, look at Oprah titties. Don't nobody say that about her. When you're talking about Oprah Winfrey, you're talking about a media giant. You're talking about one of the most powerful women in the world. The last thing that people mention about Oprah Winfrey is her body. And not to say that Oprah Winfrey is just this, she was never a knockout, but she has more attention and she brings more to the table than 99% of any other women on the face of the planet. Because of what she does, not because of what she flaunts. So it's like she don't need nobody to validate her because she's validated herself. And why you feel like getting a fatter ass is the way to go, you're stupid. I'm gonna call it what it is. You're not a smart person if you think me over exaggerating my ass is the way that I want to build a life for myself. It's just like women in porn. It's the same thing. Men in porn the same way. It's like you do the percentage of men and women that go into the adult entertainment industry and actually build themselves an empire. It's so small, it's ridiculous. And then when you look at them later on down the line, look at Jenna Jameson, one of the biggest porn stars of all time. Look at her today. She looks terrible. That's my point. It's like, why would you try to over exaggerate a physical part of your body and expect yourself to be more than that. It doesn't make sense. If I had plastic surgery and had my head shaped like a fucking cone head, yes, I'm going to get a lot of attention for it, but that's it. 20 years later, I can't be like, man, I wish people wouldn't notice my cone head, man. It's crazy, man. All they do is talk about my cone head. Well, you're the one that did some stupid shit and over-exaggerated your fucking head to make it look like a cone. You're a fucking idiot to do that. And then to expect people to notice you or to want to find out more about you than your fucking cone-sized head. And I don't understand why women think that this is the way to go. You look at somebody like T.I.'s wife, Tiny. You're talking about an accomplished songwriter, an accomplished musical artist. And what did she go do? She went and blew up her ass, got some fake eyes put in, fake lash. She is so fucking put together she's like a fucking Frankenstein. And she didn't have to. But you know why she did it? Trying to keep up with Tip and his bitches. Why? Be strong enough and be comfortable enough to know, yeah, I know I may be an older bitch. Yeah, I know I may be an older woman and all my, shit ain't the way it used to be. But goddamn it, I'm bringing so much more to the table because I'm good at writing music. I'm good at producing acts. I'm good at managing businesses. I got other shit that's more important than just my titties and my ass, to where I know that I bring more to the table than what some 21-year-old bitch gonna bring. Jada Pinkett, no plastic surgery, unless she done had like some stuff done to her face, but she ain't over exaggerated her ass, and look at her. And she even talked about it in one of her red tips, how she had to go and find herself to say, I'm gonna do this. This is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy. This is what I want to be. And she pimped it, and she was a fucking star. And yes, she's Will Smith's wife, but she in her own right has her own thing. Women, get your own thing. Stop just being a nigga's woman. Stop just looking to be a Mrs. Somebody. You can definitely be somebody's wife, but you can also have your own thing too. But you have to prepare yourself for that, and don't expect somebody to just give it to you. Jada may have gotten her face done to help with her wrinkles or whatever. Hey man, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I don't necessarily like it, but I'm okay with it when you're not over exaggerating your assets. No pun intended. When you're not over exaggerating and changing your face, like Little Kim. Little Kim was fine as hell. And look at what she did to herself. You can't even notice. You don't even recognize her now. Same thing with Pepper from Salt and Pepper. She looks terrible. My wife was watching some reality show that she on. I think it's like the Hip Hop Kids of Atlanta or some shit like that. I forgot what it's called. But it's like the young hip hop kids. Kids of like hip hop people. And she was on there. Honest to God, I'm sitting there watching the show with my wife, and I'm like, who is that lady? And she like, that's Pepper. I'm like, what? I said, Pepper from Salt and Pepper? She was like, yeah. I said, oh my God. I didn't even recognize Pepper anymore. She looks that terrible. And then it's like you have to be able to say, man, why not just take your old age gracefully? If you ain't living no hard life, if you ain't letting niggas run through your ass, if you ain't drinking and smoking like a fucking man, you will age gracefully. Look at Vanessa Williams. Older woman. She looks good for her age. And I know women don't want to hear that. Well, I don't want to hear I look good for my age. Yeah, but you don't want to look like a fucking science experiment either. Choose. And you look at Jada Pinkett, look at Jada's mama. Jada's mama look good. She's much older than Jada. Now her daughter look like Will Smith with a wig on, but here's what it is. But why would you do that to yourself?
Work out, do squats, get a bigger booty, but no, I worked out and my booty got smaller. My last interview was 2 or 3 years ago. I decided to make some lifestyle changes because I'm not young anymore. You know, I want to be better than I was.
And that's what she's saying now. I'm not young anymore. Let me tell you something, ladies. Yes, Angela Bassett is another one. Let me tell you something, ladies. You don't want to live your youth like that. Don't do that to yourself. Because all you're doing is you're literally setting yourself up for failure. Because the shit doesn't work. Steph Curry mama she is beautiful. She's definitely an older woman, but she's beautiful. She don't look terrible. That's my thing. It's like you have, I know that women, you want to look good for men. You want men attention and all that kind of stuff. Holly Robinson Pete is another one. Yes. You want to look good for men, but let me tell you something. And this is just the truth about men. Most men, and I'm talking the greater majority of men, most men will fuck anything. They will. That's the way that it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's how we wired or whatever. You can find a dude that will hit no matter what. So the whole thing about, well, I want to be sexy and I want to be desired, that's off to the side. That's a given. There will be, if you look at, you can find ugly fat women with dudes. Right. The Smash Brothers are rampant in our country. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. So that's not a case or an issue. You want the attention of a man. Men gonna look at you, period. The fact that you think that you can have the attention of most men and all men just by plumping up your ass, plumping up your titties and saying this is what they gonna keep looking at, it's fleeting. There's no purpose to it. There's no good end game for it. Where's the fat ass woman that got all this shit done to her body that ain't got nothing else going for her? Okay? That's on top. I'll wait. I will wait. Please place it in the comment section. And then when you talking about you talking and everybody want to talk about, well, Kim Kardashian has had plastic surgery. She didn't need it, but Kim Kardashian was a what do they call it? A social media influencer. Kim Kardashian had a platform before she got her ass plumped up. Before she had a sex tape, she was already large and in charge and was rich and had an empire with her and her mom and all of them. All the rest of them, same thing. And she didn't have to do it either. So it's like, why would you do something to yourself that you don't have to do, especially when you are broke, motherfucker? When you broke, that's the last thing you need to do is say, I'm going to take $20,000 and put it in my ass, and then I know 10 or 15 years later, I'm going to have to spend $50,000 to try to get it out my ass and hope I don't die in the interim, but that's what I'm going to do. Why bet on yourself that way? Invest that $10,000 you're going to get off the pole and in the strip club or whatever. Take that money and invest it into something that's going to be worthwhile. Something that's going to set you up to where you can do for yourself and you don't need no man to take care of you. So many of our young women want a man to take care of them. Stop depending on your looks and your sex to get you through life. Stop doing that. Because 9 times out of 10, it won't. And if it does, you live such an unhappy life being just somebody's arm piece that you don't wind up being shit. And then you wind up getting dumped, cheated on, abused, beat on, or whatever the case may be. And then you wind up by yourself unhappy anyway. Believe me, you can be in a $1 million mansion, a multi-million-dollar mansion, got you a multi-million-dollar husband and all that shit, and be miserable as shit. Gucci bag, Prada shoes, red bottoms and all, and can be fucking miserable to the point where you want to commit suicide. Stop me if I'm lying. And I'm sure there's some multi-million-dollar woman watching this shit right now, hopefully saying, yeah, this dude got a fucking point. Red bottoms and Gucci and Prada and Louis, all that shit is all good when you buy it off the shelf and you see you can swipe a black card to get it. But when you don't have shit else with it, when you getting treated like shit and just because you got it, then what? We'll see, Richard. Then what? It's not worth it. So start investing in something that is worthwhile, that can sustain your lifestyle in your life. Put yourself in a position where you can buy your own red bottoms, where you can buy your own Gucci, where you can buy your own Fendi, your own Chanel. You can buy all that shit yourself. And if you get a man that can get it for you too, then that's just a bonus. That's icing on the cake. But you don't have to sell your soul to keep getting this shit so you can keep the status quo up with you and your fucking friends. Be more than that.
Last year,
I'm walking the street, twerking my ass, twirling around, showing off my body so a motherfucker can follow me. So I can get up enough followers so I can go into a club in Miami and just say, hey, this is what it is and I'm good and that's it. What did you say, Billy Goat? The industry has dudes with 15-inch dicks. You don't see us getting horse shots. Right. Don't blame the industry. Chicks are just dumb. About as sharp as a cue ball. In Tommy's words, retarded children. It's like, but my thing is this. It's like I want them to see this and see like it ain't worth it. It's just not. And it's like if that's all you want, it's just for dudes to just look at you and be like, damn. They're literally not saying damn because of you. They're literally saying damn and want to take a picture strictly because of your ass. So it's like you got this injection that's getting more attention than you actually are. You're riding on the coattail of some polycarbonate shit that's pumped into your ass.
Express myself with words and with actions instead of expressing myself with being naked. Now, I just want people to see me more as Courtney. Okay, I may look like a circus freak because my booty big like this, but I just want people to see me for me.
How? When you don't even see yourself for you. You don't even see yourself for you being you. You don't even see yourself for you being you and who you are. You don't see it yourself. How can you expect us to see it? Why would you expect us to see it? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm gonna put this, that's just like saying I'm gonna paint my face red with red paint. Just all over my face, I'm gonna paint it red. And then once I paint my face red, I'm gonna walk up and down the street and be like, why y'all looking all at my face? Y'all ain't got to just keep looking at my face. You stupid motherfucker. You painted your face red. You blew your ass up to where you have a 59-inch fucking waist. And you want people to see you for more than that? How? How can I do that? That's just like if I take some fucking devil horns and get them implanted in my fucking forehead. And I got these two big dumbass horns coming up out my forehead looking like Hellboy. And then my complaint, I wish people would just see me for who I am, man, and stop focusing on my horns so much. I know I look like a circus freak, but I just wish people wouldn't look at my horns like they do. That's dumb as shit. And it's like now she's at the point to where it took her to get old and flabby and fucked up to her to realize that this ass ain't really that important. I'm more than just this. I'm more than that. I have more to offer myself as myself. I have more to offer the world than just a 59-inch fucking ass. And you know what men see? Damn, she got a big ass, dog. And I'm so sick of fucking men. Let me get on this shit real quick. hop on this train real quick for a few stops. I'm so sick of men being that fucking small-minded to where that's all a nigga will say. A bitch could be headless, and all we gonna say, well, she got ass though, man. Look at that ass, nigga. I could just see my dick going in and out of her. It's like, dude, you are just, it's too fucking much to where we will put our entire lives in jeopardy because she got ass. That makes you stupid too. Man, she got that big old ass though, dog. I'm telling you, man, that ass is big as fuck, shorty. Right, I smash brothers. Yeah, I'ma smash. I smash that shit. She fine as fuck, bro. Ah, man, you see her big old ass, G? Man, that ass big as hell, man. Yeah, I'll bust off in that, man. I'll get on child support. I have a bitch taking motherfucking a third of my motherfucking check. I have a bitch taking me in and out of court. I have all these kids by her, even though she ain't shit bitch. She'll take half my motherfucking financial wealth. I won't be able to have shit. I gotta live in a fucking apartment because I can't afford shit else, even though I make all this money. I gotta give it to her for free, all because she got a fat ass, bro. She thick as fuck, shawty. She got a pamp on. That's all we give a fuck about. You're stupid too. And I'm tired of us being stupid. I really am. I am really tired of us just being stupid. And then when these motherfuckers, right, and to your point, CJ, thick and they fat. And then when they get to the point to when they in their 40s and they got diabetes, they get 50 and they all fucking worn out and they overweight, they got high blood pressure, high cholesterol, they fucking got asthma, they got all this shit wrong with them. All we gonna say, yeah, but she was thick though, back in my day. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you make yourself that much of a fucking hazard to where your life is in jeopardy, where you're going to die young? And then we wonder why motherfuckers have heart attacks at fucking 40, 38. She just didn't wake up. We do that to ourselves. Fuck the fact that you live in a fucked up neighborhood. Fuck the fact that you might get shot. You might get hit by a bus. You might get ran over by a car. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to put on weight on purpose so I can be thick. I can have a big old ass. Yeah, I got these rolls, but fuck that. I still got a big old ass though, because that's what niggas want. And we sit back and we say, I smash. She got ass though. Damn, her ass big though, bro. I just like to see that ass, man. That ass shaking, wiggling, man. When she be twerking that thing, man, she got that dumb booty, man. That booty got a mind of its own. You can see the glass on that motherfucker, Joe. That's it. And we'll sacrifice everything for it. That's being oversexed. That's what I mean when we talk about oversex to the point to where that's all we do. Think about all of the women that you see. Think about your social media timeline. Think about your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever the case may be. Think about the pictures of the women that are in your feeds. 80% of them got a picture where they in a bathroom, public bathroom, or their own bathroom, where they taking a picture where they showing their ass. Why? Why? And you know what? We thumbs it up. We likes it and all that shit. The face and booty first. I want you, the first thing I want a man to notice about me, the first thing I want a woman to notice about me is my ass. Because that's what's first. I believe that the most important thing about me, the most valuable thing about me is my ass. The bigger, the better. And that's what I want in all of my pictures. Or I do the smush titties with the selfie, the upward selfie, where you can't see my stomach, but you can see my titties, because I'm going to squeeze them together and take a picture while I'm looking up, making the kissy face, and then I put these fucking filters on with these cat ears, these mouse nose, and the whiskers and shit like that. Fucking filter queens. That's all they do. Why? Men don't want to fuck cats. We don't want to fuck mice. We don't want to fuck these. That's not what we look for. Literally, men are tolerating that shit because that's just what y'all doing. We don't be like, man, shawty got that cat face on, Joe. Man, shawty got the mouse face look on, bro. And you stick your little tongue out. That's all y'all doing. Just for somebody to hit a like. Just for somebody to pay attention to you. Be more than that. Where's the motherfucking post where a woman is saying, yeah, I'm a real estate agent and I closed on 10 houses this week? Standing in front of 10 for sale signs that say sold on them. Where that selfie at? Where's the selfie saying I just made partner at my law firm? Where's that selfie at? All of these women's selfies got two things in them. They got them with them filters, or they got them with their kids and they filters. Tell me I'm lying. Stop me if I'm lying, please stop me right now. That's all we got. That's all we doing. And I'm talking about us. We either in a bathroom, we in somebody's bathroom with a picture, or we in somebody's car with a picture of us with our kid with a filter on, or us by ourselves with a filter on, sticking out our tongue, poking out our lips, or poking out our ass. One of those four have to be poking out. Titties, ass, lips, or tongue. One of them four will always be poking out. That's it. And it's to do what? Get my Instagram popping. Get my Facebook popping. Get my likes up. What the fuck is an Instagram model? You're not an Instagram. There is no, I to this day, till somebody prove to me that an Instagram model is making as much as Giselle Brady, god damn it, then I believe it. Show me a motherfucking Instagram model that done went cover girl. Show me an Instagram model that done went motherfucking Yves Saint Laurent. That done went what's the other one? That done went Mac. That done went whatever the fuck is out there. Show me one that does that, then I'll say you're an Instagram model. She went Chanel. This bitch went from posting pictures in her in clothes, modeling, putting on makeup in Chanel to motherfucker, from there to Chanel. She's now the national spokesmodel for Chanel. Show me that, then I'll say you're an Instagram model who went big. Yes. Even that dude, the dude and the chick that was beefing, Tati and what is it, James Charles? Tati Westbrook and James Charles. Them motherfuckers were huge on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. YouTube giants. What were they doing? Makeup. I'm gonna put on this face. I'm a dude disguised as look like another dude disguised as another dude. Ain't no bathroom pictures of them motherfuckers sticking out their ass. That's my point. Ain't no bathroom picture of them sticking out their toe. Oh, I just put on this whole palette of makeup. Now let me take a picture. Oh, I just put on this whole thing of makeup. Now let me take another picture. They not doing that stupid shit. That's only us. This shit is crazy, man. And this shit, and then you have this expectation where I just want to be a normal person. Right, Tropic Thunder face. He got that Tropic Thunder. I'm a dude disguised as a dude acting like another dude. It's a damn shame, man. I'm so fucking just disheartened at the fact that our women think that this is the way to go. And the dudes that's placating to that shit just because they want to fuck.
even talking about it is not easy.
It shouldn't be.
So, you know, I'm a work in progress.
And young women who ain't done this shit yet or thinking about doing it, watch this shit. Look at the life
surgery
she's
to
living.
remove the butt injections is so complicated, and I don't even know how much to fight.
Why would you want to walk down the street and have to carry all that shit? Gotta wear these certain type of motherfucking stretch pants and shit to help support all that stupid shit you dragging down the street. That shit don't look sexy. It don't. It's just odd. And that's why she said she used the correct term of being a circus freak. Will somebody look at a bearded lady? You goddamn right, I'm gonna look at it every time. Because it's a fucking bearded lady. Will I look at a fucking albino the same way? Yeah, I don't want to be one. Look at her walking down the street.
Surgery to remove the butt injections is so complicated, and I don't even know how much the financial cost, because it's well over $20,000.
Well over $20,000.
Are there any risk involved with removing the...
Exactly. What dude want to walk down the street with her? None. Unless he's a simp ass nigga. Most men, alpha men, most men who got shit together, who got their lives together, they don't want to walk down the street with nobody like that. You know why? Because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It may be cool to take home and fuck every now and again. It may be cool for that one night for people to see and to like, damn, nigga, that big old booty bitch. It may be cool for that, but that moment is fleeting. Don't nobody want nobody walking down the street with them like that. That's their baby's mama. That's their wife. That's their main chick. That's their girl. You know why? Because don't no nigga want no woman that's a circus freak. Don't no real man want a circus freak for a girlfriend. As a jump off, side bitch, late night jump off bitch, and I just fuck with, and I done struck out at the club and I'm drunk and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I want to get a nut off before I go to sleep. Of course, you fit the bill. You qualify. But that is not a real man's choice to have a woman like that. To get what you ultimately want. You want to have a real relationship with somebody who really appreciates and loves you for who you are and all that good shit. To have a real life with somebody, to build a life with somebody, they don't want to have nobody like that with them. I don't want to be a power couple. Imagine if Michelle Obama had an ass like that. Do you think Barack would want to walk around with her like that? No. Ain't no real man out there gonna want to have that. Look at Bezos, the dude from Google. You think that dude would want his wife to have an ass like that? That don't get you $40 billion. It just don't.
It's shots. Yes, there are a lot of risks involved, and I don't even think doctors fully know the risks until they're there, like until they have to deal with this.
Hello, How you doing?
Nice to meet you. Angela, how are you? Good.
How you doing?
Health-wise, I am healthy, but there are just still physical changes going on in my body. Like my butt is still discolored. It sags more than it used to.
Now, I can't remember the name of that other lady who had this same type of shit happen, to where hers got so bad to where it did fuck her up, to where she can't even sit down now for long periods of time. And that's the road she's headed down. That's why the other chick, what's the chick that sings that was on Love and Hip Hop? Oh, I can't think of her name. She got her shit taken out. I can't think of her name. Fuck. But whatever. But there's the other chick who got this. She was like one of the first ones to come out about it. She had all that shit pumped in her ass too by the famous chick who was doing K. Michelle, yes. By the famous chick who was doing everybody and went to jail for the shit or whatever illegally. She was doing all these legal injections, but she had it to the point to where her body, because when it gets to this point to where it's all discolored and it begins to sag, then what happens is that it begins to hurt. It becomes painful because you got this foreign shit in her body. It begins to literally hurt as it sags. It's pulling at your body. It begins to, because it's such a foreign entity that's in your body rejects it and is fighting against it. And the shit begins to physically hurt. It begins to where you can't sit down. And then once you have it taken out, it's so much damage done to the tissue in your body that you can't do things like even sit down. That chick was literally she was doing an interview sitting in a chair and she's moving the whole time. She had to get up and shit and walk around to get off of it because it is that painful for her now. Why would you do that to yourself? And yes, she does look deformed. It looks deformed now, and once she has it taken out, it's gonna look deformed then. It's gonna be even worse. Don't no nigga want to hit that shit from the back like that. They don't. You can put on all the prosthetics that you want to put on and wear the Spanx with the extra pads to make your ass look nice. But when a nigga take them pants off and look at your ass, he's gonna be fucking disgusted. And yeah, he might hit it because that's what the Smash Brothers will do. But he not gonna wipe that. Why? Because it's gross. I'd rather have a woman with a flat ass than an obscene fat ass that's going to be nothing but medical problems for her as she gets older. Give me an ironing board backside all day long. Flat-chested woman all day long. I don't want to have to deal with that shit as you get older now. Oh, I'm in such pain. My ass is hurting. My ass bone rather is hurting and all that shit. I got to pay $35,000 to get this shit out my ass. Why would somebody want to go through that? And why would you put yourself in that position on purpose?
She's definitely had illegal injection of polymer, which is a very sad but common thing that occurs in the area. We see a lot of complications with that. And some patients get a lot of symptoms, a lot of pain. They can't sleep, they can lean on it, they can rest. So it's an awful illegal treatment. Unfortunately, you don't have any pain or any apparent migration.
And it's like this, and here's the other thing for men. Before I move, like I said, I had a couple of stops to make on these dudes. Here's the other thing for us men. We have to start telling women the truth about this type of shit. Because all it is for most men is just a moment. It's a momentary thing. It's like when you look at it, it's like take for instance a little person or midget, whatever you want to call it. I think little person is the correct, politically correct terminology. You take a little person. Most men would probably have sex with a little person. That number is so minor as to how many would build a life with that person. A little person, most men would have sex with a little person because it's something taboo, because it's something they've never done, it's something they would just want to say that they have done, it's something they would want to try. But then when you look at it and say how many would want to build a life with a little person, it's going to be a few. Not to say there's none, but there's only a few. So why would you go and make yourself to be a little person, get your feet sawed off, get your legs cut short? Why would you do that to yourself to get the attention that a little person gets just to be somebody that men just want to sleep with for a short time? And then 20 years later, I just want to be tall again and be a normal person. This was fun when I was young, but now I want to be grown. I want to be a bigger person. You see that? That's just how it works. It's like you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you are deforming your body and injuring your body, and to the point where you're jeopardizing your health and how much of a healthy life you're going to live. You're probably going to live a shorter life just for a few years of attention.
It's not normally this thing migrates to other places, and that causes a lot of pain. Wow. We don't do this here, but I have a recommendation for you to go somewhere and have an evaluation, and someone has a lot of experience.
I want it really bad. Like, that's all I think about. It almost consumes my mind. I just want to go through with the procedure that I know will remove it, and I also want to try to live a normal life after.
Fortunately, she doesn't have a lot of symptoms besides the size and the lumps. So if she doesn't remove it, it's gonna hopefully remain like that. But some people at any point in life, they can develop symptoms.
I'm ready to look like the girl next door. I'm tired of being a victim of like bullying on social media just because of how I look.
I already see what I like. See, I like this. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm tired of people like following me and stalking me just to take a picture of me. Like I'm sick of that.
if they always got stuff for some girls, I see.
And now you sick of it. You did that to yourself.
So you all know I'm trying to change my image, and I have a couple outfits here, so tell me how they look.
Okay.
Don't hold back.
Get ready for some honesty.
This is so ridiculous. In one way, I'm yours.
See, this don't even fit.
Turn around, let me see. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Okay, that's why I don't like to go shopping. So for real.
Okay, now we're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I really definitely like it.
Are getting closer to something more conservative.
Look, but this is really nice because I want my image to match who I am.
Courtney, as an influencer, she's going through this change right now where she wants to really up-level her image. She is experiencing a bit of contradiction, let's say, but she also feels obligated to deliver to her fans.
But look,
Hey, listen.
What we're working on is, how does she create that balance?
I just want to look good in clothes and feel good in clothes, but I don't want it to still look like I'm just overly sexual. But is it really about my butt smaller, or is it about the clothes I choose?
Well, it's a little bit of both. What I do see is that you're definitely getting there. Your sense of self is definitely there as far as where you want to go, where you see yourself.
Thank you.
So I acknowledge you on that, you know.
So do I look like an author, or do I look like a professional? Right now I'm focused on going after what I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be an author. I always knew I was going to do something special. I never really knew what that was. So I just want to get as many people as I can understanding what I went through so they won't go through it. I know on my Instagram I'm always showing my body, and I know I'm always showing my butt. I don't want to send mixed messages, but because the butt attracts people, once I do get them on my page and they're able to read my captions or understand what I'm about, then hopefully they fully get the message of what I'm trying to portray. There are a lot of women who...
So here's the thing. You're using your ass as bait. Why? Why can't you use your mind as bait? Why can't you, and people can't say, oh, niggas ain't gonna listen to that. That's bullshit. When you use your mind, you use the thing that you are good at, use that to attract people to what it is that you want to say, or to what it is that you're trying to get across. You have to use that. You can't just say, well, I'm gonna use this and use this before and then get this and get this and then see this. No, don't do that and sacrifice your health, sacrifice this and then say, oh, I just want to be a regular person. It don't work like that. And why she thinks that that's the way to go, and why so many women think that's the way to go, I have no idea. You should not be putting your body and yourself at risk like that to the point to where you're just trying to get attention. It's not worth it. There is nothing that's worth that. And even to take it a step further, there are so many women that put themselves in bad situations just so that they can be with a dude that got something more than what they have, because they ain't got shit. And I keep saying this, our black women are taught to use their body and their sex to get the things that they want in life, and you don't have to. And to the old hoes, I get it. You too far gone. I'm talking to that young girl that's 16, 17, 18, 19, or like this woman that's 22 before she decided to do it, let me tell you something, young lady. Build a life for yourself first. Get yourself a career first that doesn't involve you selling your ass or flashing your body. Figure that part out first. Because children, men, family, and all that stuff can come later. Get your education. Find out what you want to do and what you want to become. And not just some nigga side bitch. Not just some thought. Not some Instagram model. That shit doesn't exist. Be more than your sex and your ass to the point to where you have a life for yourself that you can sustain your own lifestyle with. You like red bottoms, you like Louis Vuitton, you like Gucci. Bitch, get you a job and get you a career to the point to where you can afford that. That's not on a pole and that's not on a camera sucking and fucking for it. Be more than your sex and be more than what people see. Have something up here. Have a career. Have tools on your tool belt to where you can build some shit. To where you're not dependent on a nigga. Well, if I suck this nigga dick hard enough, if I fuck this nigga hard enough, if I do what he want in the bed long enough, maybe he'll give me some money. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Don't do that to yourself. Just because a nigga selling drugs and want to spend his money on you, all he want to do is rent you. He want to buy you. He wants to own you. And if you still got your shit together, you got your career, you got your education, you got your 6-figure job, and you want to go lay up under a nigga that's dribbling a basketball, fine. You a fucking lawyer, you a doctor, you a fucking anesthesiologist, you making 6 figures and you want to go lay up under a nigga to catch a football? Great. You got all this money you got your own house, you got your bills paid for, you're not up to your asshole in debt or up to your neck in debt. You got a credit score that's 800 plus. Fine if you want to go to All-Star Weekend and be a thought. Take all the basketball dick you want. But be able to come back home and say, I have a life and I have a career. Yes, it's fun being with a nigga that got money. But when you got money already, you don't need a nigga that got money. And that's how our women are. We need a nigga that got money. Don't want a nigga that got. You need a nigga that got money. Because if you don't have a nigga that got money, you ain't eating. You broke. Yeah, you look good on the outside with your car. That your car note probably 2-3 payments behind you, a day or a week away from a repo. Yeah, you may look like you got a really nice house, but you so behind in your mortgage payment that you got to suck a nigga dick to get a mortgage check paid before they foreclose. Because you spent your money on your credit cards on Fendi and Gucci and Prada and Chanel so that you can look the part because you had to have them red bottoms when you went out with your friends at the club 2 weeks ago for the Jeezy after party. Yeah, that's what you did to try to look that way. But at the end of the day, you don't even have enough to take care of yourself, but you want another nigga to take care of you just because you got a fat ass? That's all you worth? Then when you done sucked enough dick, now you want to write a book about you sucking dick, and then you want people to respect you. How does that work? I'm going to go suck as many dicks as I possibly can. I'm going to be the best dick sucker ever to walk the face of the earth. I want the attention of sucking dick. Yes, that's what I want to do. And then I'm going to write a book about it, talking about sucking dick. But then I don't want nobody to talk to me about sucking dick no more ever again, because I'm past that now. That's insane. That's like saying Thomas Edison talking about, don't talk to me about electricity, dog. I ain't for that shit no more. I make cars. Yes, talking about Corinne Steffens' dumb ass. Yeah, I know I'm Thomas Edison and all that shit, man, but don't talk to me about electricity, bro. I ain't on that no more. I'm bigger than that now. I want you to talk to me about home gardening because that's what I just got into and that's what I want to do. But we just want to ask you a question about 1.21 gigawatts. Man, I'm telling you, don't do that. I'm better than that. I'm more than that now. How do you get to that point and have that expectation of somebody to do that? That's stupid. It's beyond stupid. And I'm telling you, young ladies, y'all need to stop this shit right here. Stop leading with that one thing that is fleeting, which is your body and your ass. Just because you don't have to put pictures out. If you don't have to put pictures on your Instagram that look like you can suck a good dick because you got your tongue out. You don't have to do that. Because if you got your shit together, you can put yourself in the room where you can find somebody that got what you want and you can build with that person and be more than just some good head. That's all I'm saying. You tell me that you got a mind. You tell me that you know things. You tell me that you're smart. You tell me that you're creative. You tell me that you can do so many things. You got dreams and visions and hopes. Then damn it, don't show me a bunch of pictures of your ass. Don't show me a bunch of pictures of your titties. Don't show me a bunch of pictures of you sticking out your tongue like you ready to suck dick. And don't show me a bunch of pictures where you got on these rabbit ears, cat ears, dog ears, and you got your lips poked out like all you want to do is kiss and fuck and have sex. Don't show me that. Show me your creativity. Show me your mental capacity. Show me how you think. Show me that you can write. Show me that you think for yourself. That's what I'll respect. Because at the end of the day, all these people are doing is we're looking at what you're giving us. You want me to look at what you giving me, and then see past that? Bitch, how? How can you expect me to see past a 59-inch ass? It's stupid. It's worthless. It's just for attention. Be more than just that. Women, if your Instagram got pictures of you with filters and your ass sticking out and your titties sticking out and your tongue sticking out, that's all niggas are seeing you for. And you can think that you gonna hook a nigga and then get him to get to see the real you after that. But I'm telling you, the odds of that happening for you and working out for you are slim to none. And if you do, you gonna fuck around and wind up being with an ain't shit nigga that's gonna treat you like shit anyway. Because all he thinks you are is a piece of ass, because all you've offered is a piece of your ass. Does that make sense?
Want cosmetic surgery because they do not like their body.
You know, it's crazy because when I was 16, I was thinking about getting ass shots too.
Really?
Yes. You know, I just wanted that
curve that
yes,
you see everybody
that
having,
poke up.
Right.
especially coming up.
Just because it looks good does not mean it's healthy. And I just want to say, don't do it. Don't do it. Go to a surgeon. Do some research. How you think I'll look with a smaller butt? Are you all like ready for that?
Me personally, I think it's a good idea.
Because I'm not only doing this for me. I'm doing this for a lot of girls. I have made a lot of mistakes.
And the thing that I have a disagreement with is her saying, well, go to a real surgeon, do some research. No, how about just don't do it? How about just don't do it? Because it's not worth it. Because there's always, and what she didn't say, there's always a risk in surgery. I don't give a fuck what it is. Anytime your ass get put under, there's a risk. Anytime something foreign is going to your body, there's a risk. That's it. There's always a risk. Don't put yourself at risk for something that is so stupid and so minor. Because yeah, you'll get all eyes on you, but I'm quite sure that you're worth more than just your ass. I know for a fact you have to be worth more than just a damn, shawty. God damn, that ass fat, girl. Please be worth more than that.
But I am looking to put it all behind me, including this behind.
Look at that shit. It's a novelty. And at the end of the day, you trying to get that will get you this. You see that shit right there? That's decayed tissue. But that's a fat ass though, fam. Look at that ass, bro. Man, dude, that ass big as hell, shawty. That's what it is. That's what it gets you. Ain't no likes worth that. Sickening. Disgusting. There's no way that you should think that this is the way to go with the chance of this happening. And there's some stupid bitch right now watching this saying, yeah, but she probably got it done at the wrong place though. She didn't do her research. She didn't go to a real doctor. Why even put yourself in this situation to where you want to do this to yourself? Because I don't give a damn where you get it done at. Your ass is still going to get discolored. You're still going to have this shit that's in your body that's a foreign object, a foreign substance that your body is going to reject at some point. It's going to have to come out. Why do it? I'm sorry, but this is hopefully saving some young person. Hopefully if one young person can see this shit and be like, you know what? I was thinking about doing this shit until I saw this. Then it's worth it. So I'm sorry, Lolita, if you just upchucked your dinner. But at the end of the day, why do yourself like this? And shout out to Jason Gunn who sent me this picture. Thank you, brother. Why do yourself like this? Because I'm sure that young lady whose ass this is, she didn't start out saying, I want my ass to look like this. She didn't deserve for her body to be like this. Deformed, discolored, and decayed. Triple D. And I ain't talking about diners, drive-ins, and dives. Deformed. See the two different sizes of her cheeks? Discolored. It looked like somebody was coloring her ass with charcoal. And decayed. That's decayed flesh, skin, dead flesh. That's an old picture. That happened to, it don't matter. Getting one of those 3Ds is bad enough. That's all I'm saying to y'all, man. This shit has got to stop. It's not cool. And the point is, and my problem with her is that she's trying to make the journey cool. She's trying to make the journey of her getting the ass at 22, then going through getting the attention, and now she's in her 30s, and now she wants to get rid of it, and she just wants help, and she just wants to be a person, a real person now, and she just wants people to know her journey and her struggle, and then she's gonna make it come out on the other side smelling like roses. No. No. This is not the path. This is not the journey. This is not the way you need to go. Because your ass should not, because there are some people that are going to die from this. There are some people who can't recover from this. Damn, he said rotted cooler insulation. You about right? Yeah. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't want nobody else to be suffering doing this stupid shit. Pumping this shit in their ass to try to get more attention, more likes on social media, to get this other dude to look at them. So when they go to All-Star Weekend, I gotta get my ass done before I go to All-Star Weekend so I get one of these basketball niggas to fuck me raw, bust off in me, have a baby, and then get they ass for child support. Be more than that. Stop hustling your pussy. Stop hustling your ass. please. Hustle your brain. Hustle an education. Go to school. Finish school. Get straight A's. Get a scholarship. Become a doctor, lawyer, psychologist. Get a profession that makes fucking money. Not fucking around and just fucking random niggas and dope boys until you get 35. Then you enroll in Phoenix College to go and get you a fucking certificate to be a phlebotomist. And now you drawing blood talking about you in the medical profession. Be more than that. Have your plan set to where you ain't trying to get your shit together at 40. You shouldn't be graduating college talking about I finally made it and your ass is 40 years old. Have your degree at 24. 22. Shit. Be working on your master's. Be getting your master's at 24. That's what you should be doing. That's all I'm telling you guys. Because I don't want you to be in a position where you hustling your pussy to live. There's so many women, so many young girls that are fucking to eat. So many women that are fucking to have a roof over their head. And a lot of them come from bad situations. But you can come from that and get yourself in a position to where you having a baby at 18 by an ain't shit nigga, by a dope dealing ass thug nigga on the streets ain't gonna set you up to win. And it ain't gonna set your kid up to win. One of the things that Tommy always says is the best decision a woman can make in her life is picking a good father for her kids. And just because that nigga got dope money don't mean he gonna be a good daddy and don't mean he gonna be there. So stop doing that and stop making that your excuse. And to those young girls that you get pregnant by that motherfucker, stop having the baby. Start wearing start wearing protection, but start taking the pill. It's fucking free. This whole mentality of women laying on their backs to get food, clothing, and shelter, that shit is stupid. And if you think that you getting power from it, but all it's doing is putting you at the mercy of another motherfucker. Instead of you being at the mercy of a nigga, you at the mercy of the state. Hoping your WIC come through. Hoping your Section 8 come through. Hoping you get up on the Section 8 list. Stop doing that and start building a life for yourself. Take your ass to school. Get a fucking great education and go into a field where you making money. People talk about foreigners coming over here and all that type of shit all the time. You know what foreigners do? These foreigners not coming over here barely speaking English, going to school to become phlebotomists. And if you don't know what a phlebotomist is, look it up. God damn it. It's the person that draw blood. People not coming over here, coming across seas, motherfucking riding fucking banana boats and all that shit to get over here to become fucking nail technicians. Getting their cosmetology license. They come in here to own motherfucking buildings. They come in here to own businesses. They come here to be doctors. They come here to get into the medical profession and do shit that they know that they're not just them, but their families will benefit from. They're not getting a job to where they're making just enough money to take care of themselves. They're getting a job to where they can take care of themselves and their families, their mothers and their grandmothers and their grandfathers and their fathers. That's what they're doing. They're not getting enough money together to motherfucking buy an ass. They're getting enough money together to put their self in school, to put their son in school, to put their sister in school, to put their brother in school, to put their father. That's what they're doing. Exactly, Gateway. They're building legacies. Legacies just don't pop up and then here you go, here's your legacy. You have to build it. And it comes with sacrifice. So yeah, you may be a lawyer making $100,000 a year, but you taking 20 of that and you putting it into your sister. You taking 20 of that and you giving it to your brother so he can go to school. Yeah, you may come here and you doing nails in somebody's shop, but you stacking your money not so you can have red bottoms. You stacking your money so you can buy your own nail shop. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Sammy's. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Person used to do my feet up in Michigan. I mean, this woman, she's the oldest in her family, and she came over and she started out in a shop. Got her own shop. Her sisters work in the shop. Her brothers work in the shop. Her nephews work in the shop. All they family work in this motherfucking shop. They got a shop, they got a store. Then the sister left the shop, got her own shop in another part of town. Now they got 2 shops, and now they got their sisters and their cousins, and they're building legacies. Meanwhile, all the while, her kids are going to school. She's paying for her kids to go to college. So no, they won't have to come and do nails and feet. They'll be able to do something bigger, but they'll still have that expectation. You got to take care of somebody else. Family legacy. That's how you build legacies. That's how you get money. That's getting real money. Not just making enough so you can buy you some red bottles and buy you a Coach purse, and then you got you a little something where you can take your selfies and you got, look at me, I'm draped. I got the Jordans on, and I got the latest Gucci belt, and it's bigger than that. Yes, family money, living cheap for the future. Yes. Koreans and Vietnamese, yes, they do that. Not that they living fucked up, because they still driving Lexuses and Benzes now. Don't get it twisted. But they don't overstretch. They don't go out and buy all this expensive ass shit and then they ain't got nothing at home. Bed ain't got no sheets on it. Bed sitting on the floor. Ain't no furniture in the house. Ain't got nothing but sheets and blankets over the windows. Barely got anything in the fucking refrigerator. They don't have that. That's all I'm saying. They are setting themselves up to build a life so that they can live a better life for not just themselves, but for their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren. That's what they're doing. They do things like have insurance policies. So when they die, their sons and their daughters ain't getting $5,000, which is just enough to bury their ass with. They get whole life policies worth $250,000, $500,000. So they sacrifice and pay that extra money up front. So when they do die, they kids can pay off their house if it ain't already paid off, and then they have $300,000 or $400,000 to start their own lives. That's the difference. Their grandparents got them set up. Do you realize that in most families, the grandparents take care of the grandchildren? When they die, when the grandparents die, the grandchildren benefit, not the children, because the children have already benefited from the grandparents before them. If you died right now today, what would your grandchildren have? Most of us, our grandchildren wouldn't have shit because we got to leave everything to our children. But that's what you should be thinking about for your grandchildren, to say, hey, I want to prepare my child so that my child can be self-sufficient to where I can take care of my grandchildren because my child is taking care of themselves. That's the difference. That's where you talking about having real money, having real paper, where you ain't got to go get up on a pole or go get in some other nigga's bed to eat and to live. So to the young people out here that's watching this, young men, stop going crazy over this stupid shit right here. And young women, stop putting yourself in a situation where you doing this. Shouldn't no young girl want to do this to themselves. If a nigga don't want you because your ass ain't big enough, fuck him. Move on. Go find somebody who will. Trust me, he out there. Most niggas that like this ain't on shit no way. So just stop it. Get this gross shit off my motherfucking stream. I hope that this helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I'm glad that I was able to get this off my chest because this shit really bothered me. This shit really was just terrible, man. It's just terrible. And I'm just tired of us doing this to ourselves for no reason whatsoever. We're not getting anything from this but a bunch of fucking pain and perpetuating bullshit for those that come after us to follow in. It's time for us to start breaking fucking cycles and stop complaining about all of the bullshit that's going on in our lives and blaming other people for it. I got molested. I got raped when I was young. That's why I'm like this. I didn't have no mama. I didn't have no daddy. I was a foster kid. I get it. Everybody got a fucked up story if you listen long enough. Be more than that story. Tell the story of how you overcame that shit and you didn't have to sacrifice your morals. You didn't have to sacrifice your values. You didn't have to sacrifice your health. You didn't have to put yourself and torture yourself with foreign objects being in your body just so somebody could like your pictures more. Follow your page more. That's all. Let me see if anybody has donated here. One more again, and we gonna keep it moving. And this shit froze up for some reason. Why is this shit frozen? Shit, let me close it. But man, I just want to say thank you to everybody that joined the show. Let me close this out and open it back up. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that took the time out to say, hey, I'm donating support. It really means a lot to me, man. I really do appreciate it. Bam, there we go. My man Billy Goat, he donated. He said, I'm using that Tropic Thunder face. That's a classic. Great show, by the way. Peace. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let me see if anybody hooked me up on the other side of the game. Nope, no Cash App love. So to those of you that's watching this, make sure you click the like, click the subscribe. If you got any questions or anything, comment below. Man, I appreciate everybody that signed on tonight, that checked me out. I hope that this helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that some young person will see this and change their mind and not do this terrible thing. I hope so. I really hope so. And as always, hey, I love you guys and I appreciate everything that you guys do. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting me. Till next time, peace and I'm out.